Hey everybody, I'm Jim Powers, and we welcome you to MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. And a new feature that we're going to be rolling out this year, and we're going to start it here this summer, is Minutes with Manning. And it's going to give us a chance once a month to catch up with the Vice President of Athletics and Recreation, Marcus Manning. And Marcus, thanks so much for the time. And this past year was a great year on a lot of levels for our athletic department here at Maryville.
It was exciting, Jim. First, thanks for having me. And Minutes with Manning, that's something you came up with. So hopefully we can make it successful. But looking back at this past year, starting off with men's soccer, right? Coach Corn coming in his first year and leading us to the Great Lakes Valley tournament for the first year in our history in terms of being a Division II institution was very exciting. And then we roll into the winter and having wrestling do what they did, right? And having several All-Americans, and then, of course, Nate Rodriguez, and we'll talk about him a little bit later. And then going into the spring and having Mickey Kaufman and his program with track and field, having another successful year. So it was exciting to see some of the things we did. And let's don't forget men's golf, right? Going to the tournament for the first year, and Jake Newman, right, winning Freshman of the Year, coming from Southern California of all places, right? And seeing what he did for us was very exciting. And then we finish up with our esports team, winning the national championship for the second straight year, the League of Legends national championship, and that was exciting for us too. So overall, a great year, and then we cap it off with the academic performance of our student athletes. And 2 weeks ago, the GOVC released the academic performance and the statistics of that, and seeing what our student athletes did again was very impressive. And the one number I want to point out was having 13 of our teams get the All GOVC Academic Performance Award. Is something that we're very proud of, and kudos to our faculty, our staff, our coaches, and the entire campus community for those efforts.
I was actually talking to some folks this past weekend and talking about 13 of our teams, and when you look at that, that number is astronomical when you look at the grand scheme of trying to put together not only being an athlete but being a student as well.
Well, it goes to, Jim, the type of recruiting efforts that we have, right? And that's a combination of our coaches, our admissions, our faculty, our staff, all putting the resources together to bring the type of student athlete we need here at Maryville to perform not only in a competitive arena but also in that classroom as well. And they're good stewards too. They represent Maryville University. They carry the flag for Maryville University, and we're very proud of our students here at Maryville.
Absolutely. Another first this past year was our men's lacrosse team. You know, a lot of growing this year, a lot of great things we saw this year, but I think big news coming out this week was that the GLVC is sponsoring men's lacrosse starting next year, and we're going to be right there on the ground floor to watch it go and watch it get bigger.
Very exciting for our lacrosse program to be under the GLVC umbrella going forward. I do want to take the time to thank the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference for giving us a home for a year. They gave us a schedule. They gave us an opportunity to have postseason awards, and that's something that we will forever be grateful for here at Maryville University. And we want to thank the RMAC Conference for giving us that opportunity. Moving forward, being with the GOVC with men's lacrosse, it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time for our university. It's an exciting time for our student athletes, and we're looking forward to it.
I think one name that we are going to talk a lot about here at Maryville University and in our athletic department is going to be Nate Rodriguez. You know, we've had some outstanding student athletes come through over the years, but Nate may very well go down as one of the most decorated student athletes, not just on the wrestling mat, but in the classroom.
Well, when you really sit down and you press the pause button and you get the opportunity to reflect on what Nate has done, right? We internally start to compare, right? In years past, you look at Abby Dittman, you look at Elizabeth Kimblinger, and you can go on and on, right? When you look at Nate winning the national championship, right? Being the academic All-American, right? And then also winning the sportsmanship award. And we can go on and on about the amount of awards that he's won, but probably the best thing is just the type of person he is. And I think there's no doubt he goes down as the most decorated student athlete at Maryville University. And kudos to Coach Denny for recruiting Nate here as a transfer, and just the way he represented our university in a first-class manner. We can't be more proud of Nate and the accomplishments that he's done for Maryville University, and we know that Saints Nation is very proud of him.
Absolutely, there's no doubt about it. You know, summertime, a lot of people think we're all kicking back and relaxing a little bit, but there's been a lot of learning, a lot of, knowledge being shared, and we've been pretty busy here in the athletic department over the last month and a half.
Hard hats are on, Jim, during the summer, right? Absolutely. And I've seen our team go out in various professional settings, including you and Chuck, with COSIDA, and sharing the information that we've done here back at the ranch, and it's exciting to see all of our folks get out and network and get better as professionals. It's fun to sort of track some of our student athletes out there in the summer getting better, and so it's an exciting time for us. And I know that 2017-18, we have a lot of high expectations here, and you can sort of sense we're preparing for a big year for next year, and the excitement here. I do want to say kudos to our president and the support that he gives us and our board of trustees, and the support we get around campus and the surrounding community. It's been great to have that the last 6 years, and as we like to say around here, we're just scratching the surface.
Absolutely. It's hard to believe. We're about 7 weeks away from sports starting in the fall, and everybody's starting to get all ramped up and cranked up. It's going to be an exciting time here in about a month.
It is going to be an exciting time. I'm ready for the students to come back, and I'm ready to watch our student athletes perform. It's going to be an exciting year.
No doubt, Marcus. Thanks so much for your time, and we'll talk to you in a couple of weeks when we roll into August and get ready for the fall season.
All right, thank you.
Vice President of Athletics and Recreation Marcus Manning joins us here for Minutes with Manning, and you got it all exclusively right here on MaryvilleSaints.com and on Saints Vision.